So somebody stupidly installed one of these pod air filters, which doesn't do anything. But you can see that they didn't secure it very well, and it moves as you drive. And what happened here was, you see how it's just rubbing against that brake line. It actually rubbed a hole into the brake line and caused brake failure. It caused the fluid to leak out. So we're going to replace the brake line on this Toyota. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is remove this stupid pod filter. Oh, I see. And now you can see that messed up brake line even better. So I'm going to remove this side of the brake line. You should use a flare nut wrench for this, one that wraps around. I don't have any right now, so I'm just going to use this, but I'm just going to use a regular wrench. But you should use a flare nut wrench because you don't want to round these out. I mean, I'm replacing the line anyway, so it doesn't matter. There we go. So if we follow this brake line, it goes up here, back behind this, travels down this way, travels this way, it goes down, and it goes into this little junction here that sends brake fluid to both the wheels. So we're gonna have to follow this line to that junction and then remove it from there. Okay, so this is where we're working. Right there. I'm gonna need a flare nut wrench for this. So this is a flare nut wrench. You see how it wraps around? This is so it doesn't slip while you're turning, because you don't want to round off these lines. There we go. Let's get a better look at where that thing rubbed through. So, just where it rubbed through, you can see there's a teeny little hole right there. That's what caused brake failure. So we got our new brake line. I just went to the auto parts store and they had the line with the fittings and the flares at the end of them already, so I didn't have to flare them manually. So that's great. So let's put this in. Okay, so I routed the new brake line and it's going right into the master cylinder. Next we need to bleed the master cylinder out because when it ran dry, air got introduced inside of it. So here's a trick to do it by yourself. What you want to do if you're by yourself is loosen up the two lines in the master cylinder. Just loosen them. Okay, now we're going to go in the driver's seat. So here I've made my own foot. This is just a long cheater bar with an extension on it. And we're just going to use this and prop it between the seat and the pedal to push down the brake pad. I mean the brake pedal. Now let's go back to the front. Now we tighten up these lines. Pushing down the pedal pushes air out of the lines. So now we tighten them up. And then go back in the car and take our foot off the pedal. And that will allow it so it can retract without sucking in air. Then you just keep doing this until you have a brake pedal and all the air is out of the master cylinder. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Okay, we're just about 18 psi, so we're going to leave this here and watch the needle.